Ever witnessed a basketball move so slick it could make a cat jealous? Well, prepare to be entertained as we take a delightful dive into the electrifying world of NBA ankle breakers. It's a place where ankles perform breakdancing routines and defenders suddenly reconsider their career choices. Get ready for jaw-dropping crossovers, ankle-busting dribbles. This is ankle-breaking magic, my friends, and you don't want to miss it unless you're a defender, in which case you might want to bring some crutches. 10. Alright, gather around for a funny story about Russell Westbrook and Luke Rau. Picture this, Luke Rau trying his best to stop Russell Westbrook on the basketball court. It's like trying to catch a speedy rabbit with your bare hands. Quite a challenge. Now, did Luke accidentally step on his teammate's foot? Maybe, but even if he had roller skates on, he was going down like a leaf falling from a tree. It was like watching a funny movie where someone slips and slides all over the place. In the end, what we saw was more than just basketball. It was a hilarious show. Luke and the floor became best buddies for a moment, and we couldn't help but laugh. Lesson learned, when facing Westbrook, it might be a good idea to bring an extra pair of ankles, just in case. 9. Oh boy, hold on to your seats because we've got a story about Dar Williams giving Jason Terry a crossover move that'll make your jaw drop. Dar Williams with the basketball, Jason Terry trying to defend, and then bam! Williams pulled off a crossover move that was so slick, you'd think he had butter on his sneakers. It was so nasty that if you listened to the announcer, you'd swear Williams had just won the lottery. Now, when they slow down the video, it's like adding insult to injury. Jason Terry got shook up so bad, it's like he signed up for a dance battle and brought a pogo stick to a breakdancing competition. In the end, what we witnessed was more than just a basketball move. It was a piece of art, a masterpiece of ankle-breaking proportions. Jason Terry's ankles were left wondering what hit them. Lesson learned, when guarding Dar Williams, make sure your ankles are securely strapped in. 8. Oh boy, get ready for a hilarious tale of Stefan Marberry taking Yao Ming on a wild trip to Ankle Island. So picture this unlikely scenario. A towering 7'6" giant from China, the one and only Yao Ming, somehow finds himself guarding Stefan Marberry, a wizard with the basketball. It's like sending a giraffe to play hide-and-seek in a forest full of trees. Not the best plan. Now, Marberry, with his ball-handling prowess, decides to pull a simple crossover move that left Yao scratching his head, probably wondering if he accidentally stepped into a comedy sketch. But the best part of this ankle breaker? The reaction from the Suns bench. You know it's good when even the teammates can't contain their excitement. 7. Jock Vaughn, with all the courage in the world, made up his mind to stick to Allen Iverson like glue, right up to midcourt. It's like trying to catch a feather in a gusty wind. A real challenge. But here's where the fun begins. Allen Iverson unleashed a crossover move so smooth that it sent poor Jock Vaughn tumbling to the floor quicker than you can blink. It was like he signed up for a game of basketball and ended up in an impromptu dance-off. In the end, Jock Vaughn's decision to defend AI might have been brave, but it turned into one of those moments he'd probably prefer to erase from the highlight reel. Lesson learned, when guarding Allen Iverson, make sure you've got your dancing shoes on, just in case. 6. Gary Payton, renowned as the glove for his legendary defense, probably thought he was safe as houses. But then out of nowhere, White Chocolate, that's Jason Williams by the way, pulled off a move so devastating, it looked like Payton's gonna take an unscheduled vacation to recover from this. It was a crossover so quick and wicked, even Payton couldn't muster a reaction. All he could do was stand there in sheer disbelief. 5. Alright, let's rewind the clock and revisit the classic moment when Dwayne Wade turned Eric Snow into a human slip and slide. Eric Snow, a proud defender, insists to this very day that D. Wade gave him a little nudge on this play, but honestly, I'm with you. I don't see it either. What I do see is Dwayne Wade pulling off a move so smooth it made Eric Snow's legs wobble like a Jenga tower on its last move. It's like watching a magic trick where the floor became an ice rink for poor Eric Snow's feet. He couldn't hold his ground against D. Wade's slick skills. In the end, whether you believe in a push or not, one thing's for sure, D. Wade's move was pure basketball artistry. Eric Snow might still be looking for his footing. 4. Oh, and get ready for a tale that'll make you cringe and say ouch as we revisit the moment when Derrick Rose left Andre Miller's ankles feeling like they needed a break. Andre Miller, a seasoned veteran, ended up in a situation that was as embarrassing as trying to juggle watermelons. And by that, I mean really embarrassing. His ankle seemingly had a little chat with him mid-play, suggesting, "Hey buddy, time to take a seat." One of those ankle breakers that make you wince just watching it. You can practically hear the ankles in the arena screaming for mercy. And let's not forget the announcer's reaction, which was probably the cherry on top of this ankle-breaking Sunday. 3. Trying to describe this ankle-breaking masterpiece is like trying to explain the taste of the most mouth-watering dish you've ever had. Words don't do it justice. Jamal Crawford's move was so outrageously filthy that it left spectators, defenders, and even the basketball itself in a state of shock and awe. It was like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, except instead of a rabbit, it was Ray Allen's ankles. In the end, there are some ankle breakers that are so filthy, so downright nasty, that they leave us all speechless. Jamal Crawford, you just cooked up a basketball masterpiece. 2. Buckle up, because we're about to revisit one of the all-time greatest ankle breakers courtesy of Allen Iverson, and it's so good that it made poor Antonio Daniels hit the floor not once, but twice. Iverson's move was like a double shot of espresso. You didn't just get one ankle-breaking moment, you got two for the price of one. Antonio Daniels probably should have taken a seat after the first tumble, but he had that hero mentality and decided to give it another shot, only to find himself falling like a tree in a hurricane all over again. 1. Now, when you talk about crossover legends, AI is the king of the castle. He turned NBA games into impromptu ice skating shows. And this particular move deserves to sit on the throne because it was the start of everything magical. A young Iverson facing off against the basketball legend that is Michael Jordan. Sure, Mike didn't hit the deck, and it may not have been as brutal as some others on the list, but you can bet your basketball sneakers that Allen Iverson had this moment in the back of his mind since he first picked up a basketball. So, as we wrap up our ankle-breaking adventure, remember, basketball's not just a game, it's a canvas where moments of brilliance and hilarity are painted by these incredible athletes. Thanks for joining us on this ankle-breaking journey.